The Flying Reporter Oceanic Adventure Series is sponsored by Olafly, the world's first global mobile operator. And Olafly's monthly plan is keeping me connected on my 2-month adventure from the UK to the USA. One eSIM installation, one monthly price. In this episode, there's no room for error. Climbing out on my next Atlantic crossing, I have to trust my instruments to navigate through the peaks and ridges in AeMC.
Quite unsettling, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Hi folks, we're at Vagar Airport today. We're flying to Reykjavik. The weather here is typically Faroe Islands weather. Low cloud, windy, drizzle. Pretty good over in Iceland though, so should be a trouble-free flight. We've got to go and find security now and get through to airside, so we're going to go and do that. Our aircraft is on the departure boards, which is quite cute really. Do you think they'll make a last call over the tannoy when the gate closes? Right, slightly nervous about this one, but,
Yeah.
Golf India Victor, startup approved, standby for clearance.
Startup approved, Golf Bravo Mike India Victor.
Golf India Victor, you are cleared by Reykjavik Control to Reykjavik. Direct Victor Mike, then Echo Lima Lima Oscar Bravo, flight level 100, squawk 2730.
So here's the challenge. The clouds are scattered at 800 feet and it's raining. Because of terrain, after takeoff I need to make a left 10-degree turn straight away and track towards an RNAV waypoint. This is to avoid a 2,200 foot mountain on the runway heading and a 1,700 foot peak just to the left of it. The margins are very, very slim. The peaks are obscured by cloud and I need a minimum climb rate of 800 feet per minute to clear the terrain safely.
Power set, good power, airspeeds increasing.
You can actually see the fjord now that the instrument track takes us down just left of runway heading. You can also see that mountain straight ahead that we'd collide with if we didn't adjust our course on track to the Mike Yankee waypoint.
T's and P's, good, gears up.
Golf India Victor, airborne time 53, report passing Mike Yankee.
We'll go, Golf India Victor. Quite unsettling, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Got good climb rate.
I'm having to fly this super accurately. We can no longer see those hills and mountains because we're in the clouds now. I have to trust the procedure and my instruments.
We had to be at 2,700 by Victor Golf 401. We're half a mile away, you see, so that worked quite well.
Right.
We had to have a particular type of climb gradient.
Right.
So now we can come back a bit on the power. We don't need quite so much now for this next one. Landing light can come off, gear is up, flaps are up, T's, P's, green. Well, that's a relief because I was really quite dreading that.
Yeah.
I suspect you were as well.
I was a little bit, yeah. That was okay in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah. No room for error though, is it, with those hills there?
No, not at all. Yeah, it's a bit nerve-wracking going into the cloud, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we're not quite out of danger yet. There's no forecast icing and the freezing level is at about 4,000 feet, just about where the cloud tops were meant to be. As you'll see though, they end up being a little bit higher than that, well into the sub-zero territory.
Runway 30.
I hope we're going to come out of
Okay,
this
no reporting.
because we are now at freezing point.
Yeah.
My aircraft isn't certified for flight into known icing. It has no protection against it. No icing is known or forecast, but the risk exists in theory here. If I pick up icing, I'll have to think about descending to lower, warmer air over the sea now that I'm clear of the terrain. That all said, I'm expecting to pop out of the cloud any second.
It's getting a bit brighter.
Yeah.
No ice.
Not see anything.
I see blue sky, I think.
Yeah, I see blue sky above too.
We're
Nice.
nearly there, aren't we? Yeah, here we go. Just in time.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hurrah.
Yeah, now we can breathe again.
Yeah.
Golf India Victor, passing altitude 6,500 feet.
Golf India Victor, roger. Reykjavik frequency 125.5, so long.
125.5, good day, Golf India Victor. Reykjavik Control, Golf Bravo Mike India Victor, passing flight level 65, climbing flight level 100, direct Victor Mike.
Golf Bravo Mike India Victor, Reykjavik Control. Good morning, identified.
Good morning.
If you look closely now, you can probably see that we did pick up a tiny bit of ice on the wings.
Would not have wanted to be in that cloud for any longer, would you?
Not for too long, no. Bit on the leading edge.
Yeah.
Reykjavik, good day, Emirates 8, uniform whiskey super 330, and looking for higher, please.
You know, ideally you want to avoid it completely.
Yeah.
The freezing level was quite high, so we could have descended, you know, got some sea and descended if we had a problem, so we had a way out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
1,000 to go, 1013 set.
Icing isn't a threat to be taken lightly. No doubt there will be some of you who disapprove of the fact that I allow the aircraft to pick up any ice at all, the fact that I took off into low cloud like that, or even that I'm flying a single engine aeroplane over the water. Do let me know your views in the comments. I do read all of them. Be polite if you can, though. We do have different attitudes, I think, to risks as pilots. At the end of the day, in my view, the flight was legal and safe. We had options, and I made my decision to take off based on the forecasts I had available. I also had a way out if icing became a problem, which it didn't really, did it? The traces of ice we had accumulated soon burnt off in the sunshine above the cloud. Later on this mission, on another leg, you'll see me make a completely different decision with respect to the icing risk.
Golf Bravo Mike India Victor, Reykjavik.
Golf Bravo Mike India Victor.
Golf Bravo Mike India Victor, remain this frequency. Your backup frequency is Iceland radio 126.75, and at 1 forward, contact Reykjavik 119.7.
Roger, so the backup 126.75 and Reykjavik 119.7 at 14 west, Golf India Victor.
Confirm Iceland radio 127.85.
127.85 for Iceland radio, Golf India Victor.
There's quite a lot to think about when flying across borders like we are. There's a lot of unpredictability in this as well. The bureaucracy and paperwork involved can be a bit of a chore, and it can be a distraction from the flying task. That's why I opted to have a company look after flight operations for me, a bit like a commercial airliner would have an operations department doing its flight plans and scheduling and so on.
So this flight is being supported by a UK operations company called Echo 3, and they reached out to me after they heard about this mission, and I'd not heard of the company, and went over to meet them. They've got a small team that work 24 hours looking after flights like mine, and basically keeping an eye on them, sorting out all their handling, their fuel, their hotels and everything else. And we're in contact through the Garmin Messenger that I bought to keep me in touch. So I'm just going to ring Steve, who's my contact there. We're not going to ring him, I'm going to message him, because I can see they haven't got us a hotel yet in Reykjavik, so I'll let them know that we're on our way and we're looking forward to them maybe booking us a nice hotel in Reykjavik. So I'm going to send him a message now and see if he can sort that for us. Just update him on our ETA perhaps as well. So Echo 3, Steve has just replied, yep, already booked. Details are on the flight brief stored in the four-flight sector. They must have done that after we took off.
That's great. They're so on it.
Yeah, they'd already done it. I think they were waiting for us to depart before confirming the booking. You could do this all yourself. You could have, you know, it is possible, but they do all the GARs and all the custom, you know, all of that as well. It just takes that extra bit of nonsense off your mind, and it doesn't cost as much as you'd think it would cost. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Feels a bit more real today, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
You know, yesterday didn't quite feel as real and as potentially dangerous.
Yeah. How's it feel to be this far out?
I'm settling into it now.
Yeah.
I was feeling a bit apprehensive this morning.
It's serene with the occasional realisation of what you're actually doing.
Yeah. I think, so as part of the preparation for this trip, I've obviously been talking to lots of people, lots of ferry pilots, lots of private pilots that have done it as well.
I say 306, flight level 350.
To try and get as much information as I can.
306,
And obviously it raises lots of questions come up. And one of those ferry pilots that I was talking to was a guy called Sam Rutherford, a British guy. I think he lives in Belgium now. I actually had the opportunity to meet up with him. He was just coming back from Reykjavik, ferrying a PA-28 across from Florida to India, of all places. Gosh, that's quite a long way, isn't it?
Blimey.
So I bumped into him in Scotland. We met up at an airfield in Scotland, and I had a chat with him to see if he had any last-minute tips for me before I went.
Very simply is stay flexible and keep smiling. If you're not having fun, change something. So it's an amazing trip. It's an incredible part of the world. The people are wonderful, and just take the time if you can to see where you are, enjoy where you are, and talk to everybody. They're fascinated in what you're doing there, and you're fascinated in what they do and their lives. It's a tremendous privilege what we have in doing this. The trip you're about to do is extraordinary, and just enjoy it. And if at any stage you find yourself not enjoying it, take a pause and rejig it so that you are.
Flying is all about risk management, and this trip has considerable risks associated with it. What are the top three, and what do I need to, what are the three biggest hazards here?
A slight correction there is that your flights across the Atlantic are not actually at a higher risk of something going wrong. What changes the dynamic dramatically is that should something go wrong, the possibility of a negative outcome is significantly higher. So I think that's the first thing to remember, and it's what I say to everybody is how do you feel about flying a single engine aeroplane across the Atlantic? I say, well, you wouldn't step in an airplane you didn't have confidence in for a local flight around your airfield, let alone crossing the Atlantic. So the fundamental one is to have confidence in your aircraft and your own ability to manage it and the flight safely and competently. And once you've passed that, it's just a question of should nonetheless something go wrong, yes, you're in a position that is less than favourable. There are the practical things, which is wearing the correct suit, making sure you've got the raft and you can get it out, you've got a beacon. Those are my big three. If you end up in the water,
Get in the raft as soon as you can, really.
It is, but there are, I sort of simplify it to there are three things. And if you get out with only two of those three things, you're not going to survive. Mm-hmm. You need all three. You need to be out with your raft, wearing a suit and some sort of beacon. You need to take the search out of search and rescue. That helicopter or that boat or whatever it's going to be needs to be able to come to you immediately. They're not going to do some sort of pattern search thing. So you need those three things, and you need to just plan, okay, should it all go quiet up front? How much time am I likely to have? And the other thing that people frequently underestimate is that at 10,000 feet, every aircraft is different, but you're going to have at least 20 minutes, minimum 20 minutes before you actually hit the water. Now 20 minutes when you're in a hurry is actually quite a long time. So it's just thinking through that process in advance and going through, okay, so what am I going to do? Where is my stuff? Is it close to hand? Is it attached to me if I need it to be attached to me? At what stage do I crack the door? And then when I get on the water, what am I going to do? So it's that sort of process, but the fundamentals of the whole thing are you should be taking the same amount of care and attention before you go for a local flight as you do for crossing the Atlantic.
So there's Sam Rutherford and his advice, and I think, I need to enjoy it. It's very easy, isn't it, to be so focused on the mission that you forget to enjoy it. I think we did feel yesterday that we did have that feeling of elation, didn't we, yesterday, getting to the Faroes?
Yeah, I think once all was said and done and we were down, you started smiling on the taxi to the fuel, I think. Yeah, that's when the nerves lifted.
Yeah, it is quite nerve-wracking, and the weather isn't being particularly kind to us. We're doing it sort of at the wrong time of year really, where it's just a bit too cold still.
And up at these altitudes, not far now from the Arctic Circle, with a drafty PA-28 with its 1970s air vents, we're having to improvise a little to prevent ourselves getting too cold. The floor vents don't seal properly, so our ankles would be getting cold if it weren't for some foam bungs that I've shoved into them. And to stop the draft from the upper vents, I went to a shop in Vagar to pick up something quite useful.
Okay, we've come up with a solution to our leaking vents. Blue tack. And I'm going to just stick it over it. Doesn't feel like it's sticking particularly well.
Does it? I think
I've just cracked it. Where I apply pressure, I've just cracked the. I wonder if it'd be better just to sort of shove it in the hole.
Yeah, maybe.
Like that.
Yeah.
That's going to be more effective. That's sticking more.
Yeah, it's got to stay in.
It's got more to grab onto, isn't it?
Yeah.
And before anyone says anything, no, this is not an approved modification. I don't have the certification for the use of the blue tack on the plane, but if it does help us avoid frostbite, then I'm willing to take the risk with the regulator. Trust me, it's the kind of thing people get in the comments here and argue with me about.
Maybe a bit better.
Yeah. That stopped it going in my face now. Good idea, good thinking.
Pre-landing checks, brakes are pressurised, mixture's fully rich now, undercarriage not yet down, engine temperatures and pressures are in the green, DI is aligned, landing lights on, doors are locked, we're strapped in.
Golf India Victor, cleared RMP approach runway 31.
Cleared RMP approach runway 31, Golf India Victor. No ice?
None yet, no.
Now we can come down to 3-5.
Golf India Victor, contact Reykjavik Tower 118.0.
Reykjavik Tower 118.0, Golf India Victor. Reykjavik Tower, Golf Bravo Mike, India Victor, established RMP, runway 31.
Golf Bravo Mike, India Victor, Tower QNH 1022.
QNH 1022, Golf India Victor. Here coming down. Oh,
Beautiful.
3 greens. There's the runway. Reds, blues, 3 greens.
Golf Bravo Mike, India Victor, wind 260 degrees, 5 knots, runway 31, clear to land.
Runway 31, clear to land, Golf Bravo, Mike, India Victor.
Now, after we land, the flying responsibilities don't end, do they? You've got to fill out your pilot logbook, your aircraft tech log and everything else. But for me, that's quite easy because I'm using CloudbaseGA. It's a cloud system that connects to a little device, a box that's installed on my aircraft. Very simple to install, very cheap and cost effective. And after I land, it uploads the data from my flight to the cloud, and all I have to do is log in and verify the data. So we'll just log into the Cloudbase website here, go to my tech log, and there it is, my flight from today. Took off from Vagar, en route to Iceland, to Reykjavik, breaks off at 7:45, take off at 7:52, landed at 11:52, brakes on at 11:55, airborne time 4 hours. And so I don't have to do anything, it's all there, it's already done for me. All I'm doing is checking that it's correct, I sign it off, and there it is, my digital logbook, all there on the cloud. And what's remarkable about it is it works around the world, and I was keen to see how it would work now that I've sort of headed far north, so to speak. And even here in Iceland, it's tracking my flights absolutely perfectly. I don't have to do anything. The logger knows when I take off and land, and it puts it on the cloud for me. So great to have CloudbaseGA on board for my trip across the Atlantic. So we've made it to Iceland, and well, it's fantastic, isn't it? It's strange though, I don't feel that I'm really enjoying it yet. I've been so focused on the flying and getting here safely that I haven't really stopped to sort of soak in what I'm doing here, and I'm sure it's going to hit me at some point. Tomorrow we're heading off to Kulusuk. The weather for Greenland is surprisingly looking great, and so join me for the next episode where you'll see me land on a gravel runway in Kulusuk. The flight to Greenland and our exploration of the country was definitely a highlight of my adventure. Please subscribe and like to make sure that you don't miss the next episode. But until then, fly safely, my friends. Bye for now.